And second and two, handoff goes to McCaffrey up the middle, finds Will locked on, and he's off to the races.
Welcome to the In the Zone Sports Talk Radio Network. You're listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show with your host, Kate Diggs from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with the large heart, and co-host Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida. Also co-hosting, we have G-Dub from Austin, Texas, and finally, Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. These are your hosts, bringing you the ultimate in sports news for the ultimate sports fan. Be sure to download the Try99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Now sit back and prepare to get into another episode of the Just Us Sports Talk Show.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Yo, what up, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, January the 23rd. I'm trying to go to July already because it is cold in here. It's cold in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen. It's cold. Snowed early this morning. It didn't do no better. It stayed cold all day long. That's what it did. But, just so happens that I work inside a building, so I'm good. I don't have to worry about the weather unless I go outside in the weather. And I'm not going outside in the weather. No time soon. So, waiting on my co-host to get here, Dana. Hopefully he'll be here soon, shortly, whatever. So, how did your football weekend go? Well, mine went pretty decent, to say the least. None of my teams were in the playoffs, but you know how I am. I'm a hater from Decatur. So, couldn't hate on the Steelers because they ain't in the playoffs. But I sure did hate on them Cowboys who made the playoffs. And Cowboy fans, they ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't happy at all. They're disappointed. Some of them disappointed. Most of them might have saw this coming. It's been 28 years since they won the Super Bowl. 28 years since they got to the NFC Championship game. 28 years, ladies and gentlemen. That's a long time. That's a super, super long time. That's a Super Bowl, super long time. But I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, now listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the Cowboys. I'm hating on some of their fans. I got some friends that are Cowboy fans. I ain't hating on them. But those are the ones that I am hating on because I'm telling you right now, arrogancy at his worst with the Cowboy fans. We're America's team. We got 5 rings. Everybody loves to hate the Cowboys. Well, I hate the Cowboys because I'm a Rams fan. I hate the Steelers because I'm a Browns fan. This is that cut and dry. I ain't gonna sugarcoat that at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't gonna sugarcoat that. Not one bit while sugarcoat. Not one bit while sugarcoat. But it is what it is. So, let's see who we got on the line with us today. Look like we got G-Dub on the line. G-Dub, can you hear me?
Got you loud and clear.
All right, I got G-Dub. So, ladies and gentlemen, G-Dub called me up, said he got a soapbox moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him do his thing while I sit back and just listen. And then once I listen, I can chime in. I think I know where he's going, but I ain't telling. I'm gonna let him tell his story. Only he can tell his story. You know what I'm saying? Somebody told me that one time before. Only I can tell my story. And so, G-Dub, tell your story.
For one, these Cowboy fans that were saying we're going to the Super Bowl, I want to say I told you so. I know this team did too well. Every year it's the same crap with this team. Now, these bandwagon fans need to get off our butts and find a team to root for it. Because if you're with us when we win and against us when we lose, we don't need you. And I agree with Kevin. This America's team title needs to be taken away from us. What have we done in the past 28 years? Nothing.
He said it. I
So
did.
these fans that keep saying every year, this is our year, this is our year, this is our year. Stop it. That's why as real fans are getting made fun of. Because of y'all. And is listening to Dana too. Cowboys are not going to the Super Bowl. Rant over.
Dana, you got something you want to say?
Yeah, how do you, Cowboy fans? Don't be mad at me. Cowboy fans. Cowboy fans, you should be mad at yourself. When I give you something, you don't take it and run with it and be negative. Every time I told you, Joe, hey man, y'all looking good. Oh, no, we're not this early. You're going to blow it. See, once you put that stuff in the universe, that's what you turn into.
Okay.
Cowboy fans, let me teach you a secret, Cowboy fans. All you need to come together and just stay positive. Don't say what Dak gonna do. Just say come together and be fans.
We need to get rid of Kellen Moore. That McDonald's want to be spokesman Mike McCarthy. Let him go back to his Big Macs and large order fries.
Hey man, you got to be by a third string quarterback rookie.
That's pathetic.
Now your defense played good. They just couldn't stop them.
Our defense played good in the first half.
I think Tony Pollard getting hurt you.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
It was a good game until he got hurt.
Because I don't think Zeke has it anymore. We ran Zeke into the ground.
Like you did Emmett, Tony Dorsett.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to get him a nice tight end like a Doug Cosby, the Jake Novacek, and you got to get him another receiver like you have one. You just got to go. You got to go get a free agent that's willing to help you.
Now, I can say this: T.Y. Hilton, he did yesterday a little.
That couldn't find him because their defense was on it.
We need that breakaway receiver.
Yeah, you gotta have that guy that you can put it up there to separate the dudes. And
if we had Jason Witten, that would have been a big plus too.
Yeah, man. They come back to help you.
I know.
I wish we had Dan Marino and the Marcus brothers. But hey, we decent
I'm
now.
not mad about this game. I'm a little upset though. I'm a little upset. But I'm not mad.
Be mad, because Dak always give you fans the same response. I gotta do better. Okay, there's no game next week to do better.
That's another thing too. He keeps saying year after year, I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do better.
I know your team better than you, man.
Stop with the talk and show action.
Right. Like every relationship, action.
Talk is cheap.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. There you go, D-Dub with his rant. I don't know if we're gonna get Mo today.
Show me the improvements. Stop talking about it and do it.
Well, they did improve, Gerald.
All you have to do is apologize to Jimmy Johnson. Everything will fall back into place.
I believe that when I see it, Dana.
All right, let's move on.
Tell Jerry Jones to apologize to the greatest Cowboy coach ever.
All right, guys.
We are under the Jimmy Johnson curse.
We can ready to move on. So, we got somebody else on the line. Let me see what we got else on the line out here. Is that Lou?
No, it's Mo, man.
Oh, okay, it's Mo. You got a New Jersey number?
What up, Mo?
What's up, Mo?
I think Gerald that's the StreamYard, so I can feel the chance of festival.
Say that again.
I said I think Gerald messed with StreamYard.
Oh, you can't get on StreamYard?
No.
I have not messed with StreamYard. You know what? Let me do something real quick.
I did send it to you in the chat room. You couldn't get on? Okay. Something going on.
Nope.
Oh, jeez Louise. Let me try. See, I'm gonna try another one and see if I can get you. Copy.
I want to see if I can get on through my laptop.
Try to. I just sent another one there. See if that one works.
That works.
Okay. Okay, I don't see you. It's saying nothing's coming. I'll try a different browser. It's strange. Did that second one work?
Yeah, it's looking really slow.
Okay. All right. We're gonna get you on real soon here. So let's get right into it. So Sean Payton is out here, and sounds like he wants to coach because he interviewed with the Houston Texans, and he said that would not be a bad spot for him. If I haven't heard of him interviewing for anywhere else. Anybody heard anything else of him interviewing yet for another team? Did he interview with Denver Broncos yet? Because I only heard of Houston.
That I know of.
I only heard of Houston. But this is what's going on with the Saints. The Saints like, oh no, we're not just wanting. We just don't want a first round pick. We want much, much more. So let me just read to y'all what's going on with Sean Payton and what they want for Sean Payton. Recently, former Saints coach Sean Payton said his old team wants a mid to late first round pick in exchange for his ability to hire him. The Saints Okay. I got G'd up on.
I was just seeing if I could get on.
Okay. He got on. Mo, it might be you then. They said a mid late first round pick in exchange for the ability to hire. The Saints would beg to differ with that characterization. Per sources with knowledge of the situation, the Saints want a first round pick and more, which means another pick, since by rule a player cannot be part of a transaction between teams for the right to coach. Excuse me, for a coach who has a contract has not expired. The price will even get higher if it's Carolina, because the chosen destination, because they're in the same division. Peyton has interviewed with the Broncos. They said the Broncos and the Texans. He's due to interview with the Panthers on Monday. The Cardinals have expressed interest, desire to hire GM, possibly has derailed the possibility. Okay, we got you. Hey, Cowboy, shut up. The possibilities. Destination. The team has received permission to talk to Peyton, are generally aware of the expectations of compensations, and generally believe that once Peyton picks a new team, everyone will be reasonable when it comes to working out a deal for compensation. Peyton has made it clear he'll return to coaching eventually. He reported last week that it's a 50-50 proposition as to whether he takes another job this year or next year. If he waits, however, he will miss out on a full season of salary expected to be in the range of $20 million to $25 million. So, $20 to $25 million for Sean Payton. So you're saying we're looking at a 4-year deal at five a year? I ain't hear nothing but ownership involved in that, G-Dub. So could Dallas be a destination? Also, it says reports reveal huge Sean Payton contract demands. December. Let's see where we at. Hiring Sean Payton will be very expensive proposition for any team that does accord to the report. Payton is seeking to become one of the NFL's highest paid coaches. Payton is looking for a 4-year deal contract between $20 and $25 million per season. NFL coaches are not all known by recently estimated. The Patriots coach Bill Belichick leads the pack by making an estimate of $20 million a year. Payton's demand will put him near or ahead of the mark if he were to get them. Payton has some reasons to put such high price on himself. He is the most sought after coach of the hiring cycle, with at least one team reportedly desperate to get him. He is a Super Bowl winner with a long track record of success, and those types of coaches don't come with often, very available often. As an added complication, any team looking to hire Payton will have to agree on a compensation with the New Orleans Saints, who still owns the rights. The price is also thought to be relatively high. In other words, among hiring Payton is going to be given a quite a bit to do. What's more, Great Sports described for free newsletter. So guys, Sean Payton is looking to go between $20 and $25 million a year as a head coach. He's going to probably want more than what Belichick is making. So he might go to 20, he might go at 25 for 4 years. So that's 5. That's a little bit like 6 a year as a head coach. Okay. So I think one of his destinations might be Denver regardless. I think Denver's desperate enough to bring in a coach that's willing to deal with what they have going on. But the question still remains. I didn't hear anything about ownership at all, because he did say something about ownership. But I think that was his way of not wanting to go to Dallas, because he knows Jerry is not going to give up ownership to him as their head coach. But these are the teams that they say have the most. It says which of the NFL's 2023 head coaching vacancies is most appealing. At number 5, this is the pros. Denver Broncos, richest owner in the NFL, all pro secondary pieces in Justin Simmons and Patrick Surtain. Offense weapons is Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams will have to be untamed upside. Cons. The cons is stuck with Russell Wilson's albatross contract, lack of 2023 draft capital, trade away first, second, third round selections to acquire Wilson. Front office appears largely incompetent. Wilson trade and extension could end up as worst move in NFL history. Previous head coach Nathan Hackett was an unqualified disaster. Extremely difficult division for a foreseeable future. So, if you're Sean Payton, are you going to Denver? Mo, you going to Denver?
Nope. Even though I can smoke there, I ain't going there.
G-Dub, you going to Denver? G-Dub, okay. Dana the Hater, you going to Denver?
If we can get rid of Russell Wilson and we can't do it, so the answer is no.
Number 4, Arizona Cardinals, the pros.
Before you say something, before you go to that, we got to go back to another short quarterback and made him great. After he had so-called years in San Diego. So I would say that's actually not a bad thing. Because he knows that he can make a short quarterback great.
Yeah, but the problem though there is that Drew Brees never minded being in the pocket. Well, no, you're right, because the reason why Russell went there because he wanted to be a pocket passing quarterback. But if you look at how short he is compared to his line, I think that's the issue because you have to run out of the pocket sometimes.
He's only 1 inch shorter than Drew Brees.
I know, but if you look at him compared to his offensive lineman, that's a big. They're like 6'4", 6'5", and he might be 6 foot. If
he's 5'11".
He's 5'11".
Yeah, at that. Arizona pros only vacancy with the incumbent GM, easier to rebuild roster and team culture. If GM and coach are united in vision and the same as contract cycle, perhaps the best location to live among the 5 vacancies for coaches seeking a warm climate and lifestyle of luxury. That's the pros. The cons. Kyler Murray doesn't read the playbook. That's my part. And Kyler Murray is recovering from an ACL surgery and may not be ready for week 1. Furthermore, significant questions remain about work ethics and leadership. Few blue chip talents on the roster. DeAndre Hopkins reportedly likely to be traded. G-Dub, you going to Arizona?
Nope. And I'll say this for one reason. Murray doesn't read the playbook.
Dana, you going to Arizona?
Nah, man, you can keep your little temper chapter for a minute.
Mo, you going to Arizona?
He's made short quarterbacks great before. But there's better options, so no, I ain't going to Arizona. They ain't got no defense either. Without J.J. Watt.
Number 3, Houston Texans. The pros. Most picks in the draft 12 include 2 first-round selections. Number 2 pick guarantees the change to add a top quarterback prospect. 6 most cap space in the league. Relatively weak division. Stinks of organizational dysfunctional and lessons followed by the departure of quarterback Deshaun Watson and executive vice VP Jack Ersby. Cons. No cornerstone talent on the roster. Front office shows no loyalty to the head coach. Fired Dave Culley and Lovie Smith after 1 season, each despite their squad overachieving relative lack of talent. And I got to agree with that. Mo, you going to Houston?
I sure am. If they give me part ownership, also give me a 5-year deal that's fully guaranteed. If you come here, I'm gonna sit at home making another $50 million.
G-Dub, you going to Houston?
Yeah, and I'm going to do what Mo said, and if they give me part ownership.
Dana, you going to Houston?
I don't want to be a part of their plantation of trash.
I'm not going to Houston either.
Nah.
Okay. Number 2, Indianapolis Colts. Pros. Number 4 overall pick. Handful of blue chip players, offense and defense. Jonathan Taylor, Quentin Nelson, and Shaquille Leonard. Cons. No quarterback. No guaranteed top quarterback prospect will be available at number 4. A trade up might be requiring, which would greatly lessen the future draft capital. GM Chris Ballard could be in a make or break year. If he's fired, will the GM want to bring in a new head coach? Meddling owner. G-Dub, you going to Indiana?
If Houston doesn't give me part ownership, yeah.
Mo, you going to Indiana?
I go to Indianapolis.
Mo, you going to Indianapolis?
It's another weak division. That's the second best option. If Houston gives me part ownership, they don't. I go there.
Dana, you going to Indianapolis? Dana, you going to Indianapolis?
It's a no for me. You gotta help me out. You gotta give me some draft picks. And you gotta do what I gotta do. And Jim Mustard is kind of like that Jerry Jones guy. So nah.
Okay. The number 1 place. Let's see here. Carolina Panthers, the pros. Roster included elite talent at DJ Moore and Brian Burns. The division is wide open for foreseeable future. Rivals lack long-term quarterback option. Owner is among the richest in the NFL and willing to spend the win. Cons. No long-term answer at quarterback. No premium pick to use on one draft. Not much more salary cap space to use in 2023 free agency. Lou, what's up, man? Are you going to Carolina as a coach? If you're Sean Payton?
In that division, no way. Not the champion, but
Dana.
No, I'm not going. I don't want to face the face.
Mo.
I don't want to face the face twice a year.
Mo.
Too cold, man.
Carolina?
Too cold, man. I want to go one of those dome. I ain't want to play in the cold.
G-Dub, you going to Carolina?
Nope. This is a quarterback situation.
Okay. So, with that being said, I think he stays in the booth. I think he stays in the booth. Because nothing, and the thing about it is, if he goes to Carolina, which is in the division, same division as the Saints, you know they're going to ask for way more than what they need from him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he may sit and wait on that Charger deal. If I'm him, I'm still talking to the Chargers owner. I'm like, look, I want this job. My man blew it. He's a defensive coordinator. He blew a 27-point lead. You fired everybody but him. And he the defensive coordinator. Let's talk. Can we talk about it? Let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because you look at the Chargers, they got everything they need out there. They just need another coach, in my opinion. How you fired the offensive coordinator? He scored 27 points, and even though he didn't score no points in the second half, that's not his fault. But the defense gives up 31 points in the second half. Well, they gave up 24 points second half because they scored right before halftime. But you get to stay. That doesn't sound. I don't know about that one, man. I just don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Next up, the Dolphins could make a play on franchise tag Lamar Jackson after the draft. Dana, what you think about that?
Let's go ahead and make this move. Let's get this Super Bowl before I have to retire watching this crap like Jerry doing. Give me one before I leave the planet.
Okay, so let me read what's going on here. The signs currently are pointing to Ravens applying for non-exclusive franchise tag on quarterback Lamar Jackson. If they can't sign him to a long-term deal, long-term contract, that would allow other teams to negotiate with Jackson and sign him to an offer sheet. If the Ravens don't match the offer sheet, they would get 2 first-round draft picks from Jackson for Jackson's new team. Some believe that Jackson would like to return to his hometown in Miami and play for the Dolphins. Jackson gives the ability to coach McDaniels to draw up game plans that gets most out of his talent, of his players. It could work very well as a runner and a passer in Miami attack. But there's a problem, Dana. The Dolphins don't have a first-round pick in 2023, thanks to a tampering investigation and sanctions arise from the failed effort to lure Sean Payton and quarterback Tom Brady to Miami. There's another way to skin the cat. If Jackson doesn't sign an offer sheet with a team before the draft, the Dolphins could sign Jackson to an offer sheet after the draft. Then if the Ravens don't match it, Baltimore will get Miami first-round pick in 2024 and 2025. Before the Ravens would be in a position to match or take a pair of first-round picks, Jackson could have negotiated a multi-deal offer sheet for a new team. He has been unable to do that so far with the Ravens. Excuse me. If the Ravens apply the non-exclusive franchise tag on Jackson, they will be inviting any other team to do what the Ravens have been able to do with Jackson. The Dolphins wait until after the 2023 draft and come and go, and they will have a chance to give him a try. Guys, what's your thoughts on that? Lou, do you think that possibly could happen for Lamar to end up in Miami?
Well, the Ravens are going to do it. I don't see it. I don't think the Ravens are going to say, "Oh, we can't keep Lamar."
Okay. G-Dub, what's your thoughts?
It just depends on how much the Dolphins want to give up.
Mo.
And like pay him to come.
Mo.
There's another team that's close to where he playing college ball. That needs a quarterback. Tennessee Titans. All I'm saying is, even though Miami could trade to it, in the trade to it, but I don't see him going to Miami. But I do see him going somewhere else because he ain't having Baltimore.
We're gonna leave the Miami Dolphins next to last and see what his thoughts is. Dana, what you thinking, Dana?
Okay. So we can get him, but I don't want to give nothing up for him.
I agree.
Because, I mean, it's looking bad. Miami, no cap space. I mean, you got to try to, I'd rather sign Christian Wilkerson, our defensive tackle, over him. We can go roll the dice and go find us a Purdy.
Okay. So,
but he.
Go ahead, Dana. Go ahead.
He's an interesting player, though. I think he should leave his mom in there with those people.
Okay.
He should have a secondary person to help him negotiate the contract.
I kind of think so, but the thing about it is that Baltimore came out right after Deshaun Watson got his contract and said, we're not giving him that type of money. Okay. They're not budging off of that. They offered him what they offer him. I forgot what I saw it. I can't remember. Deshaun got 230. They offered him 133. So they're $100 million off what he's asking for. So they'll probably franchise him. And I'm gonna throw 2 teams out here that I think he could possibly go to. And I'm gonna say this: the one team I think, because they already have weapons, he could make them definitely a playoff team for the simple fact that they're just that good. They just came into their own latter part of the season, and they still had opportunity to make the playoffs. And I think Atlanta Falcons make a run at him. I think the Carolina Panthers make a run at him. I could probably see him in Carolina quicker than I could see him in Miami. Because Carolina doesn't have a quarterback. Sam Darnold played well the last part of the season, but you know, what teams were you playing? Were you playing teams that actually had something to play for? Or were you playing teams that's like, okay, man, we got these last 5 games left. We ain't in the playoffs, so we just gonna go through the motions or whatever the case may be. So that's something to be that's something to be had. And what I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna look real quick here, and I'm gonna look at Carolina. Okay, I'm gonna look at the teams, the team they play at the end of the season. So at the end of the season, I'm sorry, I'll look at the top seed. At the end of the season, the last 5 games, they played the Broncos, they won. They played Seattle, they won. They lost to Pittsburgh 24-16, but it was a good game. They lost to Tampa 30-24. It was a decent game. They beat the Saints. So they beat a team in the playoffs. They beat 2 teams in the playoffs, actually. On this schedule, let's look at the schedule for real. They lost to the Giants 19-16. Who's in the playoffs. The 49ers, they got smashed by the 49ers. They lost to the Rams. They beat the Buccaneers 21-3. They lost to lost to the Bengals 42-21. They beat the Falcons 13-3. They beat the Broncos. They beat Seattle. They lost to the Steelers 24-16. And they lost to the Buccaneers 30-24. So they played some decent football. They beat up on Detroit. What's impressed me about the Detroit game was the game was in Detroit. So I'm impressed. So I think that if I'm gonna say this, if Wilkes stays, I think he that's a place for destination. That might be a destination for him. But if Wilkins don't stay, then I don't know if he wants to go there, because he did say he'd like to have a coach of color coaching him anywhere he would go after this, if he leaves Baltimore. So I think Carolina probably would be the ideal place for Lamar. But they got to give up something to get him. But they already have 2 good wide receivers. They got a good tight end. The defense is okay. Offense, they got running backs, but do we know if the running backs are going to be consistently good, even though they came into their own this year? They got rid of McCaffrey, but somebody stepped up and played good football at the running back spot. So I think looking at, if you wait after the draft, then you know what you got. Okay. So I think Carolina might be a destination for Lamar Jackson. Any comments, anything from anybody out there? Nothing? All right. So you guys had some homework to do. So we wanted to look at our teams, like my teams. I have the Rams and the Browns, about what their needs are through the draft and what their needs are through free agency. So I'm gonna start off with one of my teams first. So let's see what we got. Where we at? Okay. I know they're not in the draft, but they still should have their names in there. Okay. These are teams without a first round draft choice. So the Cleveland Browns was 7-10. The team needs, they're saying, a defensive tackle, linebacker, wide receiver, edge, rusher, and a safety. I agree with all that. Because they fired the defensive coordinator, which I don't think he was doing a bad job, because you had some games where Clowney clowned himself at the end of the season, said he don't want to be there no more, and then he apologized. You got Ward that was out for a little bit. You had a starting linebacker got stepped on in the back, and he was out for the rest of the season. So I kind of agree with them as far as the team needs. The free agency for them, Yeah, Kareem Hunt, I don't think he's coming back. I don't know if they're going to pay him. Clowney is definitely gone. Deion Jones might be gone, and quarterback Jacoby Brissett are the top free agents for them. So I don't see unless Jacoby Brissett's going somewhere to start. Like he might like Texas might say, well, we want to sign you to a contract and you'll be our starter because we're not going after quarterback. I mean, we need somebody to help our quarterback develop into the quarterback we need. I can see Jacoby Brissett maybe going there. So they would probably have to sign another backup quarterback. I kind of agree with everything they're saying because defensively we didn't look that good this year. Offensively, the offensive line is straight. We got our tight end, we got our running backs. Even if Kareem Hunt leaves, we got Ernest Johnson, and we got another running back that can take over. Now, I don't know if they are as powerful as Kareem Hunt because if you ever watch Kareem Hunt play, the first tackle doesn't get him down. It takes a couple tackles to get him. So I think that within itself may be a factor in if they do go after running back through free agency, whatever the case may be. So Mo, you had the Steelers. What you got for the Steelers, bro?
I think we need two major parts, but they say we need an offensive tackle, a defensive tackle, an outside linebacker, a cornerback, and interior offensive line. I say no to the interior offensive line. Cornerback, if we don't keep William Jackson, we do have to redo his contract. Outside linebacker, we just need depth. We got TJ Watt and we got Alex Highsmith on the outside, so we're good there. Defensive tackle, we need a nose tackle bad. We're going to keep running a 3-4. We need somebody that's going to stop the run. Even though we picked up and did well against the run last year, Larry Ogunjobi is a free agent as well, so we got to bring him back. Linebackers, Miles Jack will probably still be there, but Devin Bush is going to be gone. So, and also I hope Robert Spillane is gone. That dude is terrible. I have no idea what the Steelers see in him. That is my one big problem with the Steelers. They keep playing him, and he's terrible in coverage. But offensive tackle, we need a left tackle. Dan Moore had so many penalties. I think he was second in the NFL behind Donovan Smith for Tampa Bay with how many offensive holdings or full starts that they had. They were both terrible. We get a left tackle and a defensive tackle, I'm happy because that's what we really need. We need somebody to give the linebackers some open rushing lanes. We get an offensive tackle that can actually give Kenny Pickett some time to find George Pickens. Yeah, we'll be beating the Browns 2 times per year every year for the next 10 years. That's the way it used to be. That's the way it's always going to be. You always going to be the Browns.
All right, so Dana. No, I do gotta have a question for you. Why do you think Devin Bush is leaving?
We didn't even play him the last two.
Devin Bush.
Yeah, Devin Bush. So is it that he's not? He doesn't fit in the defense no more, or he
doesn't fit in the culture.
He doesn't fit in the culture.
He has an attitude problem.
He has an attitude problem.
He thinks he's bigger than the team.
He's bigger than the team.
Okay.
And it's sad because he played well as a rookie when he got hurt. The second year, he just lost it. He lost it. He was talking about Juju. He was right about that. But he was talking about dudes the TikTok. Don't be anywhere near me. We might have to fight. Right. Dude just didn't fit in with the culture. And then last year when they talked about at the start of this year, what do you think is going to happen with your contract since we didn't pick up your fifth year? He's like, I'll be in the NFL. He ain't care. That's not a dude that we want in Pittsburgh. That's just not a guy that we re-sign.
Okay. Dana, Miami Dolphins, what's their needs? And what's the notable free agency they have?
Oh man, it's terrible, man. Mostly everything they got in that trade at the end, that's gone. Like the Jeff, I forgot his name, the running back from the 49ers. Well, mostly, man, we need some linebackers. We need A to Z. We need linebackers. We need a backup quarterback. We need a quarterback. I mean, Sergio Wilson getting ready to leave, but he really didn't do nothing. And I think like what's his name? Alfredo Roberts. He's getting ready to leave. He was decent, but I think he's out of there. And I think they're gonna cut that piece of trash we got from the Cowboys, Byron Jones. We didn't get that space.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting to see what this guy does.
All right. So I see they got Mike Giuseppe, the tight end, as a free agent. Do you think
Mike Giuseppe?
Will y'all bring? Do you think y'all bring him back?
Nah, he ain't coming back. When you start working him out of the playoffs and stuff, I knew he was out of there. I like him. You just got to work him in. You got that outside, but you really not thinking. But he was good over the middle. He just got to put some weight on him so he can take a hit.
What about Teddy Bridgewater? You think he's leaving too?
Oh, please let Teddy go. He's a big of a trouble, that's for sure.
Raheem Morris. Is he going?
No, they signed him for like 2 years ago.
They said he's a free agent right now. Did they sign him during the season?
Oh, well, he won't be missed. It's just time to get younger. We just need some guys that go step up.
And also, edge rusher was Trey Flowers, that was a noticeable free agent. Okay.
And then he was mostly hurt. Here you go.
All right, G-Dub. Go ahead.
Let's go.
All right, G-Dub. Dallas Cowboys. Y'all 12-5. What the team needs and what's notable free agencies?
We need offensive help.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get that offensive line built back up. And also we need some secondary help.
Okay, so it says
our boy Diggs, he did this year.
Say that again?
I'm sorry. Diggs have a great season this year.
Okay. So what it says here for the Dallas Cowboys? Go ahead.
My noticeable pick free agent coming into the season for Dallas would be Tony Pollard.
Okay. So basically what they have
we
here,
need to try to re-sign him.
Yeah, it says Dallas Cowboys 12-5. Team needs cornerback, offensive guard, wide receiver, safety, tackle, linebacker, edge. Notable free agency is tight end Dalton Schultz, Tony Pollard, offensive lineman Terry Steele, wide receiver Noah Brown, linebacker Van Ness. I think Van Ness is probably done. I think Zeke is
Van Ness, I think.
Yeah, I think
he's out.
I think that Ezekiel's out. So I think you're gonna franchise Tony Pollard and sign Dalton Schultz to a nice little contract. Everybody else, I have no idea what you're gonna do.
Me neither, but we need to not in the draft.
Okay.
What y'all gonna do with Zeke?
I think he ends up getting cut. I'll be honest with you. I think he gets cut.
Yeah, I need to cut Jerry Jones.
I think Zeke.
Here's what I think is going to happen in Dallas. Now, just be talking. You know, cut Zeke. He's like what, $90 million a year?
Jerry Jones is going to start winning again.
Then possibly draft a running back from Texas, John Robertson. Re-sign Tony Pollard. I'll put him on a tag. To give Schultz his contract and then start building the offensive line.
Okay. Hey, Drew, I got a question for you.
Now that's what I would do.
I got a question for you, Drew, and Lou.
Okay.
Do you think Cooper Rush could have won that game on Sunday?
Honestly,
Mo, what's your thoughts?
Shut up, Kev.
Shut up, Kev.
Shut up, Kev.
Shut up.
Don't try to make them mad about Dak. Mr. $40 million man Dak. 2 interception Dak. Should have been 4 Dak. I wanted to go into my Stephen A. I wanted to get out a wig and do what he did to Michael Irvin today. That was so funny. So funny. But at the same time, I kind of feel bad for the Cowboys. I never feel bad for the Cowboys. So glad. You're on mute. I can't hear you, bro.
Go ahead, Mo. Gerald was interrupting. Go ahead.
He was trying to interrupt?
Oh, he was trying to interrupt?
It didn't bother me.
It didn't bother me.
He ain't got nothing to say that's possible that's going to make any sense. Because he knows his Cowboys lost. He knows they're on the sidelines. He knows all they're going to do is rinse and repeat. They're going to go 10-7, 12-5. They're going to get to the playoffs, and then they're going to let you down. You might as well just say, I'm going to stay a Cowboy fan all the way through until I die because I want the Cowboys, just like the Browns, to do what they do all season long. They going to let me just go to rest. They're going to let me down at the end. So that's what happens when you die. You're going to be a Cowboys fan because they always let you down in the end. That's what it is since 1996. That's a long time, bro. That's a long time. That's over 25 years now.
It's been 28 years. 28 years.
Yeah.
28 years.
Yeah.
And they still them boys.
Dana.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Cooper Rush could have won it? Do you think Cooper Rush could have won that game yesterday?
Heck no. Stop it. That defense too much, man.
Okay.
I just say the defense too much, man.
Okay, so let's get back to what we were doing. So now let me go to my Los Angeles Rams, who are 5-12. Team needs offensive guard, tight end, edge rusher, cornerback, and defensive tackle, quarterback. They definitely need an offensive lineman. They got enough tight ends, in my opinion. They do need an edge rusher. They do need another corner. Defensive tackle will be good. Backup quarterback, yeah, I think. Noticeable free agents. You got Baker Mayfield, Taylor Ramp, Sean Robinson, cornerback, Troy Hill, running back Darrell Henderson Jr., defensive lineman, Greg Gaines. I think Greg Gaines comes back. I just think that the team they have, just if they could be healthy, they'll be a good team. But they definitely, the O-line needs to be addressed through free agency or through the draft, as far as getting trying to stay healthy and things of that nature. Lou.
Can I say something about
Go ahead.
we were talking about Cooper Rush situation?
Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but after your quarterback throws 2 interceptions and you pay him $40 million a year, wouldn't you put him on the bench to teach him a lesson?
Not in the playoffs, I ain't. I'm a ride with the pony that got me there.
Did he remember what Trevor Lawrence did?
What Trevor Lawrence did?
Four
interceptions
in the first quarter.
I lost trust in that.
Okay. Hey Lou, we got the New York Jets. So basically, I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you what their needs are and notable free agents. Tell me what you think about that. Okay. So the team's needs is an offensive guard, offensive tackle, tight end, linebacker, and safety. Noticeable free agents are running back James Robinson, center Connor McGovern, quarterback Joe Flacco, defensive line Shelton Rankins, and offensive tackle George Fant. Do you see any of those free agents leaving or staying with the team?
Well, I don't think that Michael guy's fair. He's old. He's got to go. They had come up with skeptical on. It wasn't I as well as a few others. But Flacco, I think I'm the free agent. I think maybe Flacco's guys, retire. He's done.
Okay. Mo, did you have another team? Or you just did this?
Okay. No, but we got to talk about the Jets. How they not going to say they don't need a quarterback?
Because I think they didn't say it because they have a quarterback now that they think they're gonna keep.
They're keeping him. They just said he's in the long term thing.
No, he's going to be gone. Dana, you have any other teams you want to talk about before we move on?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I'm just enjoying you guys tonight.
No, you know it's real players. You only got one team.
Cowboy tragedy.
Okay, so Cowboy tragedy. So Dana, Chiefs versus Bengals. What you got?
I have the Chiefs. I just think it's gonna fall apart for the Bengals, but they do have some receivers. I just don't trust their secondary. I think Mahomes will work his magic this time.
Okay. What's the score?
Oh, I have 27-24 Chiefs.
Okay. Eagles versus 49ers. What you got?
I have the 49ers 35-24. 49ers.
49ers. Was it? You said 35-24.
Yes.
Ooh.
49ers going to give some defense a touchdown.
Ooh. Lou, what you got? Who you got? Between the Chiefs and the Bengals.
It's gonna be a tough game, but I think I might see the Chiefs, win that a win just barely, especially if Mahomes says he's gonna play. But I don't think it's gonna be, well, the Bengals have shown toughness all year, and because of this stuff, they did not have the Super Bowl hangover. I thought they're gonna make a game of it. They looked at the Buffalo yesterday. So I do think Chiefs are going to win, but it's going to be a very close game. Let's say the Chiefs by 3.
So give me a score.
27-24.
That's all good.
Yep. Okay, Lou, who you got winning between the 49ers and the Eagles?
Yeah, another close one here. Brock Purdy as a first-string quarterback has, shown us something, and he has really put the team, to drive here. The Eagles, they're doing offense stuff, so they have to poison people on that. I'm going to say it's a close game. Well, I say Eagles by 7, and that'll be 24-17.
Okay. G-Dub, what you got? Cincinnati against
Kansas City and Cincinnati.
Yep.
I'm hoping Mahomes' ankle is better. That's the only thing that's got me scared right now. But I'm going to take the Chiefs 2017.
Okay.
Now, the Eagles and the 49ers.
Yes.
Purdy played pretty good against us. That defense was coming around for the 49ers. Wasn't there? I want to say 49ers. I'm taking the 49ers 40-20.
Ooh.
that
the 49ers are going to put that defense on Jalen, and he ain't going to know what to do.
Okay. Dana, the hater. I got you. Oh, I got you. Okay, Mo, what you got?
I'm on that Joe Burrow bandwagon, bro. There's nobody that is just as arrogant as him. That's going to tell you, bye haters to Buffalo Bills. I like that dude. I wish he was in Pittsburgh. I hate that he's in Cincinnati. Bengals 35-34. Brock Purdy will look like a rookie next week. Eagles 34-17. Two of those touchdowns will be the defensive or special teams.
Eagles, you said 34-17?
Yep.
49ers 17. All right, my picks are I got the Chiefs 30-27 over the Bengals. I think they get over the hump this time around. I don't think they take Cincinnati lightly. I got the Eagles 27-17 against 49ers because I think that Purdy shows who he exactly is against the defense that he has to play against. And I think the Eagles have a better defense than the Dallas Cowboys did. So that's why I'm going with those. Those are my picks. Okay. So I was gonna talk about the site for the football game with if Buffalo would have played the Chiefs, but they're not playing each other now. But I'm gonna say this to you guys. This is gonna come up again. Okay. Because the NFL wants to have the perfect weather for the Super Bowl, and they're gonna start wanting to have this perfect weather for the NFC and AFC championship game. So don't be surprised down the road that they may have these games go somewhere else other than the home field advantage. The thing about it is think about the money that they're gonna make for people flying to let's say, for example, if you have Kansas City, let's say you have Kansas City. You got Kansas City and Cincinnati. You try to find somewhere in the middle. So the middle will probably be Minnesota. Maybe. It's indoors. The weather is not a factor. You want to have the perfect game for the perfect weather. Or perfect weather for the perfect game. So I think this had been brewing for a while. Okay. And the NFL may do this going forward. But the money that the city makes is going to be tremendous, because now teams won't be really fighting over the Super Bowl, even though they still do it. But this makes a lot of sense for them to do this. Let's say if it's Miami, in Jacksonville, where would be the medium place to go if you're looking for the best weather? That's a hard one, right? Because Orlando, baby. They're both down south, but I'm gonna say Atlanta because they got a dome. So you got the perfect weather for the perfect game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you guys, this is gonna be. I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna keep it in my file box where I keep a lot of stuff that I know I'm gonna come back and look at. All right, guys, real quick. And I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a moment. I don't understand how the Los Angeles Chargers fire the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator. I mean, not defensive coordinator. They fired the offensive coordinator. Somebody need to tell me why. I need to understand why they did this, because it doesn't make it. It really doesn't make any sense to me. That you fired the guy, you fired the offensive coordinator who put up 27 points in the first half. Did he put up points in the second? Well, I'm gonna say this: the offense didn't put up points. The offense put up 27 points in the first half. Okay, because your boy Lawrence threw 3 interceptions in the first half. That's why they were up 27-7, right? So he doesn't turn the ball over the second half, and he scored 31 points. but the head coach is the defensive coordinator. So I'm just trying to figure this one out. I need some help on this one right here because it's not really making any sense to me that this happened. I was really shocked at who they fired and who they kept. Okay. And I'm really, really shocked at this right here. So they beat the Dolphins, the Titans, the Colts, the Rams, and they lost the Broncos the last game of the season. So somebody must have saw something in that team against the Broncos because they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Was the Jacksonville Jaguars a better team than them? Probably not record-wise. But they had to go on the road to play this team. But again, I don't know if they overlooked Jacksonville or not. But Jacksonville came to win games. When you up 27-7 at halftime, and you score no points, and you allow the other team to score 31 points, but you fire everybody in the OC, I'm a little confused, guys. Is anybody else out there confused other than me? Should somebody on the defense?
How did that happen?
So somebody on the defensive side, linebacker coach, safety, linebacker coach, corner coach, the defensive line coach, should they have been fired? I'm just trying to figure this one out. Can somebody
know what you do?
Can somebody help me with this one? Because I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
Any comments from anybody?
Kev, when you find out, let me know.
Yeah, I want somebody to let me know.
I know why.
Go ahead, Dana.
I know why.
Go ahead, Dana.
You ready?
Yep.
They didn't want to embarrass this dude. Now, the main guy that kept him there was his quarterback, his Bozeman. I believe they were getting ready to fire this guy just to get Sean Payton. But those players spoke up for him, and that's what saved him. So they had to pick somebody else as a scapegoat because of how they lost that game. Now, next year, they're going to put him fast next year.
So looking at
they're gonna fire him quick because they know they have Sean Payton in the back.
So you got 2022 season offensively, you had Justin Herbert threw for 4,739 yards, 25 touchdowns. Quarterback rating was 59.9. Austin Eckler 915 yards. He carried the ball 204 times for 13 touchdowns. Mike Williams, who had 800 and what was that? Oh, shucks, where did it go? Where did it go? Let me go back here. So Mike Williams had 895 yards passing, 63 receptions, and 4 touchdowns. Defensively, offensively, they ranked 39th in rushing. And I'm trying to figure this one out. Austin Eckler, who was getting his game on, they ranked 30th in rushing. Their average passing was 269.6 yards, was third in the NFL. Passing for 23, their points for is 23, so they was 13th in the league. And points against, they were 22-6, tied for 11th. So you can kind of look at this team and you can say to yourself, they probably was the AFC Minnesota Vikings. If you really want to take a look at this, this is crazy. I'm looking at the stats. So defensively, this is what they ranked defensively. Defensively, they Drew Tranquill, linebacker, had 146 tackles and he had 5 sacks. Khalil Mack had 5 sacks and 50 tackles. Bryson Callahan had 3 interceptions and 47 tackles. The defense was ranked 30th, or somewhere near 30th. That doesn't make sense to me. Offense here, defense there. Oh my goodness. I need to take my behind the bed at night. Team wise, Points total. So again, I'm looking at all the stats. They kind of was the AFC version of the Minnesota Vikings. But again, guys, I'm just trying to figure this one out. You're the head coach and your defensive coordinator. You give up 31 points in the second half and you keep them. Now, we know the owner is cheap as hell, right? So that right there is going to be an issue for Sean Payton if he goes there, because he wants to get paid. He wants to be the highest paid coach in the NFL, which I don't blame him. But again, at the same token, you won one Super Bowl. You've been in one Super Bowl. Now, have you been snake bitten on 2 occasions? Yes. The Minnesota game where the defensive back didn't hit the guy, catches he running in for a touchdown. Then you get the pass interference that wasn't called on the Rams that sent him to the Super Bowl. So essentially, he could have been at 3 Super Bowls within a 5-year span, right? But he only been to 1. He won 1. You know what I'm saying? So again, could that be a place for Sean Payton to go? I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm a Charger fan, somebody needs to explain to me. Lucy needs to explain to me. Hey, Lucy, explain to me. You need some explaining to do. Why is this off? Why is the defensive coordinator still there? It baffles my mindset. You know, my brain is scrambling like an egg over this one, because I just knew after that debacle that he was going to be fired on the plane. They're going to let him ride back on the plane. And, you know, it get there, and you got the short guy from Paris, from what's the show he's come on? The Island.
The plane bus. Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island. The plane, boss. Diggle the plane. And you had my man there sitting by himself.
Fantasy Island.
Yep, trying to figure out what he gonna do, how many boxes he gonna need to pack his stuff up, because he was not gonna be a coach for the Chargers anymore. I don't get it at all. I have no clue whatsoever. But you know what? Like Dana said, I think he's gonna be on short leash next year. If they start out bad, then he might be gone real soon. And I wouldn't be surprised in the background. Before you guys came on, I said something about maybe Sean Payton's already talking to him and saying, okay, I can wait. So that's pretty much it for football, I think. Let me see here. Let me see what football I had. Oh, okay. So yeah, I got one more thing I want to talk about football, then we can do some basketball. And I did an update on my phone, on my computer, and threw it away. But we talked about that. Sean Payton. Yo, guys, I don't know, Mo and Dana, did you see Ed Reed's go on a tangent about Bethune-Cookman? And he said, I ain't even signed the contract yet.
Yeah, man.
But you know what, though?
What a piece of crap.
He is not going to sign a contract because Bethune-Cookman said, we're moving on from you. I don't understand his rant. First of all, why would you put that on social media, number one? That really pissed me off. That really pissed me off. I was really pissed by that. Watching that. Then he going to come back and apologize because somebody came back and said, yo, you know, you're not going to get a contract. Now, you can apologize all you want to, but you're not getting a contract. So now Ed Reed is outside looking in. Bethune-Cookman's moving on for another guy. But for him to come there and say what he said, I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's HBCU is like a family. And I'm going to say this. I went to Wilberforce University, which is the HBCU. I didn't graduate from there. But I'm telling you right now, if I hit the lotto, I'm breaking them off some cash. Because I know how much they need the money. You know, what really makes me mad is when you have players that make it to the NFL or the NBA or to Major League Baseball, any major sport that goes to an HBCU, how much do they really give back to them? Do they really give back what they say they do? Do they buy computers? Do they do that? What do they do? You know what I'm saying? Some do, some don't. But what he did was disrespectful to no end. You know what I'm saying? He could have been the face of the HBCU schools right now because you got Eddie George down there. who is quiet as a church mouse. He just goes along there. I think their team is 7-13 in 2 years he's been there. But I think sometimes squeaky wheel gets the wheel that squeaks the most get the oil. Sometimes you need to do that.
Yeah.
You got Deion Sanders out there flipping players. They flipping players like 2 or 3 times to come to Colorado, and he's doing this thing right now. But I'm mad at Ed Reed. You know, he acted just like he came from the U, Dana. Disrespectful. Us all get up. I don't understand why he did what he did. Okay, so that was my last thing.
Can I speak on that?
I mean, for NFL. Go ahead.
I don't know the whole situation. I ain't paid attention to the whole situation. But the way he sounded like he wasn't getting a contract. Like he knew he wasn't getting a contract after he had been working there for a week. So if I'm working somewhere for a week and you tell me you're going to give me a contract, that's why I start working there, then you ain't going to give me a contract. That's a problem. In his rant, he also said Deion said this about HBCUs. And he said, we got snitches. I'm like Jesus with Judas. So it sounds like there were some people that were working against him there. And he brought light to that. But it sounds like he already knew he wasn't getting a contract because he knew he was already fired before he even started. And how you get fired before they even give you a contract? That don't make sense to me. How you gonna get fired if you ain't even hired? That just don't make sense to me. So but HBCUs have been known to do some shady stuff. I'm talking about the ones up here in Baltimore. I've heard people that worked at Morgan State. I've heard people that work at Coppin. It's been some shady things. I'm not saying anything about those universities because I actually want to work at a HBCU down the line, and I want to help with giving back and also making sure that we're raising the education. That's why I'm actually getting my doctorate in higher education leadership that actually works for an HBCU and hopefully work in their administration one day. But right now, we got to change the mindset from an HBCU, and that's what Deion was really talking about. You don't tell the man that you're going to do stuff and not do the stuff, even when he brings in the revenue for you to do the stuff. And that's what Ed Reed was talking about when he talked about Deion. Talking about Deion said this. It sounds like they promised him money. Then they decided not to give him how much they're supposed to give him. I think that's what happened. And that's a problem for most people.
Okay, so my question then is, why go to social media and say that? Because
he wasn't on social media.
One of the students did that.
No, he was on social media when he was picking up trash. And then he talked about it, and then he came back and apologized after the fact. And that's when Bethune-Cookman said, "Yo, we wash our hands of you. We're done," because they were out there picking up trash. Him and the football team was picking up trash.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. And and you know what? Let me find it on YouTube so you guys can hear it for yourself. I had it up and I did it. Okay, where's that? Oh man. So I'm looking at, this is an hour ago. They're protesting at Bethune-Cookman to resume negotiations with Ed Reed. Wow. So I'm just trying to find the video where he was riding through. Oh man, where is that? Okay, let me see if I can get this right here. Okay, here we go. Mo.
You wanted to end this for months, and now he's still paying.
Don't you love YouTube commercials?
You saw the front of the building. Terrible. This the back of the building. They working on the front of the building. This the same people said, we gonna help you build what you want. How I'm gonna believe you, man? How I'm gonna believe them? Didn't I tell you I don't trust nobody? I'm coming over giving them the same passion and they smiling and laughing at my thing. Funny? We gonna ride through the fence that they ain't fixed the fence. We about to ride through this fence. This ain't even football side. This ain't even the football side. And y'all talking about Madden and my Uncle Prime. Y'all mad at Dion, mad at Prime. This shit is every HBCU. Bro, we riding through the fence. This is track, bro. This is track. This is what they practice on. It's a straightaway. This is intramural field. You can't practice on this.
So anyway, so he basically said that Bethune-Cookman looked like trash. The whole campus did. And that's when he's like, yo, why would you go and tell people that? Why would you show that kind of stuff? Because we're trying to recruit guys here to come play sports, and this is what you do to us. Oh no, we're not dealing with that. But just an hour ago, they're out there protesting that I'm gonna play this too for you guys. It was an hour ago.
Hundreds of Bethune-Cookman University students sent a message to the administration, to the board, to anyone who would listen with a peaceful but vocal campus protest.
We voice concerns. We send emails all the time, no responses. So this is what it has come to.
It came to that after the university broke off negotiations with prospective head football coach Ed Reed. Reed had recently taken to social media, often using profanity to criticize physical conditions here at BCU, even claiming his office wasn't clean. Reed later apologized, but the university decided this weekend to reopen their search. While students are petitioning to bring Reed back, they say it's time they speak out too.
We have a voice.
BCU student Tyrone Franklin Jr. is a quarterback on the football team. Disappointed the university dropped Ed Reed.
I think him showing that what we're going through as a student body should be shown. Many people have been saying this for a long time.
Students shared pictures of what they say are some campus concerns, including broken doors, mold in dorm rooms, even growing on stuffed animals.
The first couple months I was here, I literally was sick because of the mold. My shower makes my skin break out.
So my thing again is, why go to social media with this? Go to the administration office and say, look, how can we fix this? How can we get this better? And I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not gonna hire him. They don't care what the kids say. They got the kids' money, and Mo, you're right. There's some shady stuff goes on in HBCUs like this. And the thing about it is that you can't get mad at the kids for speaking out, but you can get mad at Ed Reed because he's a grown man. He's supposed to be there to set examples of how to do things the right way. I think he went about it the wrong way, and this is the end result of what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I don't think they retract and go back to Ed Reed. I think they go and find somebody else to coach the team. I know Marshall Faulk had been one of the guys that they were thinking about bringing in to Bethune-Cookman, but I think he's like, he don't want to deal with, he don't like the weather there. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be in a warm climate area, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because Bethune-Cookman is in that's up your way, right? Mo? No, that's, where's that at? Oh my goodness.
It's in Daytona, Florida.
That's Daytona Beach.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I thought it was in Daytona Beach. I couldn't remember for sure. But there was something that he said, something about the area or something. Marshall said something. He said that's not the ideal place he wants to coach as far as coaching HBCU. So there's another school out there maybe for him. So again, I just think Ed Reed went about it the wrong way, and he's gonna pay for that. So real quick, guys, we got about a half an hour left. We want to give our condolences out to the Ford family. Chris Ford, who made a 3-point mark in the NBA, died at the age of 74. Man, I'm telling you right now, the Boston Celtics had lost Tommy Heinsohn, John Havlicek, Bill Russell, Sam Jones, Casey Jones. Now, Chris Ford, they've lost 6 guys within less than a year of that team, of the year of people dying. Man, these guys are going away. They I guess, you know, they go to heaven and they have a dream and come back and tell them, yo, we still balling up in heaven. So you might as well come on up here and get with us, man, because, you know, we don't age up here. We just gonna ball out. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about Chris Ford that I admired him about more than anything else, even though he's the first person to hit a 3-point shot, was I remember him becoming the coach for the Boston Celtics. And Larry Bird's like, yeah, he's gonna be the same type of guy we had before, and tell us this and tell us that. And Chris Ford put his foot down, told Larry, I'm the damn coach. You're the player. You're gonna listen to me if you like it or not. And Bird said that he earned his respect from that point on, even though they played together. Bird said, he earned my respect. So that just I'm gonna give you a little bit on him as a person. Chris Ford, who made a three-point mark in the NBA, died at the age of 74. He helped the Celtics win a title and coached them in the 90s, but he may be remembered more for sinking what was held as the NBA's first 3-pointer shot, or was it? Chris Ford, who played guard for the Boston Celtics when he won a 1981 NBA championship and later coached the team along with 2 other players in the NBA, but who has perhaps been remembered for making the 3-point shot in the league's history, died on Tuesday. He was 74 years old. Ford family announces the death throughout the Celtics and stuff like that. Okay, the NBA instituted a 3-point shot in the 1979-80 season, borrowing the idea from a former American League Basketball Association where it emerged in the NBA in 1976. On October 12, 1979, the opening night of the season, Ford was behind the arc when he caught a pass from a guard, Tiny Nate Archibald, and shot the basket over the outstretched hands of the Houston Rockets' Robert Reed with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the first quarter. But Kevin Greavy of the Washington Bullets also hit a 3-point shot that night in another earlier evening game against the 76ers. After the game, reported told Greavy that he had just set a record that would never be broken according to the accounts. But 3 nights after the season opened, the NBA issued a new release saying that Ford was in fact the 3-point shooter pioneer since the Celtics-Rockets game had started 35 minutes before the Bullets-Sixers matchup. Still, it was unclear if it was the exact time of the evening each 3-pointed basket was made. But anyway, that is just a little piece of history for Chris Ford, man. I tell you, he was a lovable guy, man. He's going to be missed. All right, Dana. The Lakers made a trade for Hachimura today. And they gave up some picks. But I'm going to say this about the Lakers. I'm getting ready to get on my soapbox about this one. Y'all know I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. I respect him. That's all I do is respect him as a basketball player. I like him better off the court than on the court. He's going to break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record this year, probably. Okay? Unless he gets hurt or anything like that. I don't want to hear people tell me that he's the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball, because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the most points scored, and he had one of the hardest shots to block, which was skyhook. I would think that somebody would try to teach their young man or young daughter to shoot the skyhook, because nobody can block the skyhook. Will Chamberlain might have blocked it maybe once or twice, but I don't know nobody else did. I don't think Bill Russell did either. But it's a harder shot to block, but it's a harder shot to make. But I'm telling you, when you master it, it's a good thing to go. Go ahead, Mo, real quick.
He got blocked 3 times.
He got blocked 3 times, twice by Will.
Okay, so there was 3 times he had a shot blocked. So when he played, the 3-point shot wasn't really prevalent when he played, right? Wilt wasn't. I mean, Kareem wasn't out there shooting a high sky hook from the 3-point line. So he didn't shoot threes. He didn't shoot a 3. But LeBron, during his career, has made the 3-point shot has been more prevalent now than ever before. So I want people to understand that during this time period, that LeBron's going to probably win. He's going to be the most score. He's going to have the scoring title. I don't know if it ever gets broken again, because I don't know if anybody's going to play as long as LeBron plays, because he keeps his body in shape. But damn it, I said it. When are they going to get this man some help? Hachimura ain't helping them at all. LeBron is giving them all he got right now. At 38 years old, He's giving them a game. He's averaging 29 points a game, 8 rebounds, and I don't know how many assists. And they don't want to get rid of those 2 draft picks. What is going on in LA? You got to get this man some help. He can't do it all by himself. He's telling you, I'm ready to get it going. Get somebody to come out to help him because right now who you got ain't working. It ain't working at all. And y'all know I'm not a LeBron fan at all. But I'm just telling you this right now. At 38 years old and you averaging 29 points a game, what is going on? What is going on in LA, Dana? Why won't they get this man some help? Because my thing is this right here. Play for now and worry about next season when next season get here. Play for now. Worry about those draft picks next year or the year after that when those draft picks are no longer there. Play for now because I'm telling you right now, if you don't get the man some help, he's leaving. He's going somewhere else to play with his son, somewhere else. They got to get this man some help. It's simple as that. They're not in the play. They're not even in the playing game right now. Davis comes back. Okay, Street Clothes comes back, but I don't understand why is it that they're so worried about these draft picks? What is wrong with them? Your salary cap is going to be huge next year. We don't know who's going to come out to LA. We don't know if Kyrie's going out there. We don't know who else is going to go out there that's free agent to play with LeBron one more time. Just give him one more chance. You know what I'm saying? So, Dana, I don't understand the Lakers right now. And he's telling you, I need help. When they played the Celtics. You ready for my rebuttal? Wait a minute. They played the Celtics and they went overtime. And they asked him, do you want to come out? He told them no. David said no, right? So I don't understand. He's telling you, he's showing you, he's not only is he telling you, he's showing you. I'm going to play every game I can play because I'm showing you that I need you to do your part as a front office. Get me some players. And I think there was a trade today, and there also was a couple of trades that could have been like a 3-team trade or whatever like that didn't happen. But my thing is right here, and I'm not a LeBron fan at all, but man, at 38 years old, if you give me 29 points a game, I got to get you some help. And if I got to give up some draft picks to do it, I'm going to do it because you know what? Tomorrow ain't promising nobody, okay? And you got to live for today. And my thing is right here. I'm a Celtic fan, and I respect what Danny Ainge did for the team because Danny Ainge traded players to get better. Everything this team they got right now is built around Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and the guard that went to Brooklyn or New Jersey, whatever team it was. Jason Terry. Whatever it was. They have multiplied, divided, subtracted, added up, and this is what they got right now. Is a team that is NBA ready to win the title, right? I don't understand what is the problem with the Lakers. Dana, tell me, please.
Bye, LeBron. Yeah. They're not doing that for you. We the predators of this thing. We the predators of talent of this thing. We done had Kareem, we done had Magic, we had Kobe, we had Shaq, LeBron, because whoever gonna come next. He not worth all that. Nah. Don't play with the Clippers. We'll be back.
So, Dana, I'm going to say this to you. LA is a city of stars. And everybody that you named, they brought somebody with them. LeBron goes out there and nobody comes. DeRozan thought he's coming. He didn't come. Kyrie wants to come, but they don't want to pay him. You gave him all that. You gave him all that stuff to get Anthony Davis, and he can't stay He can't stay out of Street Clothes. Again, if LeBron's averaging 29 points a game, the man needs some help. You trade who you trade to get him some help, and throw the towel in. I mean, not throw the towel in, but put all the chips in the basket in the middle of the table. And say, let's go for it. Let's go for it because next year you may not be in that same situation. Even though LA got cap room, right? If LeBron opts out and goes somewhere else, then who's the superstar on that team that's going to help them win? Your draft pick goes to the Clippers. I mean, your draft pick goes to the Pelicans. Okay, so if you don't make the playoffs, you still don't get that. Then the year after that, I don't think y'all got that pick either, and y'all just gave away y'all gave away your second round pick. So my thing is, trade for who you can trade for right now and give LeBron an opportunity to run at this thing. And I'm mad at him because they're not doing it, because at 39 years old, we're seeing history being made with him. We're seeing him play at a level that we've never seen nobody play at before in the NBA. Now, granted that LeBron spends a lot of money on his body, okay, to stay in the shape he stays in. He never had he never really had any really serious injury other than he had the groin injury that one time, and now his ankle is probably giving him some problems. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna ask Mo to comment on this. Mo, don't tell me you don't care because it's the Lakers. I need to hear your honest opinion on, do you think they're doing him dirty or not?
Oh, you want me to speak now?
They don't want to give up those picks, Cal.
Wait a minute. Would you say Mo? I mean, would you say Dana?
They're red. They just don't want to give up those picks.
Why though? Because Dana, the reason I'm asking this question is because when LeBron leaves, they got to rebuild anyway. They got to rebuild. So put all your chips in the middle of the table and let's go for this with LeBron. Let's go for it. I'm telling you, because later on down the line, people are gonna be like, "Why you just didn't give up the picks?" And then I get your point, but I don't understand. I don't understand Pelinka. But go ahead, Mo.
They see what the Celtics are now, just like you've talked about before. They know that if Anthony Davis is healthy, they could win a championship with him and LeBron. They did it in the bubble. I don't know why people still count that as a championship, but we'll give it to them. So with that, they ain't giving up those picks because they know as soon as LeBron leaves, they're gonna be terrible because Anthony Davis is gonna want to trade or he gonna want to sit out like he already doing. So then they're gonna be terrible, and then they're gonna get the first pick, and they're gonna have to give it to somebody else because everybody won't take those picks unless they're unprotected. That's the only reason they're gonna get the Lakers somebody, and I don't blame them. I do the same thing too. I want picks just like Danny Ainge wanted picks. I find it hilarious though that he's 224 points away from Kareem's record. I didn't know if he had passed it. I didn't know how many points he was close to it. You know why? Because they put the Lakers on TV so much that people don't even care about watching the Lakers no more. Nobody knows he's doing a run after the record right now. You know why? Because nobody cares about them Lakers. Nobody cares about LeBron. I'm tired of hearing about LeBron. Tired of it. So tired of it. Just tired. Just tired. He's a better man off the floor than he is on the floor. Because if he was better on the floor, he'd have more than 4 championships. And that's all I got to say about that.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ja Morant, I had the article here, but I can't find it now. Ja Morant scored how many points the other day? Was it 50 something? What did he score? I'm trying to find it now.
Last 3, he scored 30.
Last 3, he scored 33. 34-33.
He scored like 50 points or something on somebody one day.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking at that. It shows 27 on the 22nd, 22 on the 20th, 24 on the 18th. Scored 38 on the 11th.
Let me look at the Fox thing. He scored. What did he score?
You sure you ain't thinking about Luka?
No, he went off on somebody, man. Who was it? Wait a minute. Points. I could have swore he went off on somebody for some points just recently. It was he went off on the Rockets for 49 points. But what he basically did was John, we know John Morant he's a freak of a nature of an athlete. But do you know that John Morant has been tested 7 times for drugs this season? 7 times. The season started October, November, December, January, February. January. Season been in 4 months, and he's been tested 7 times. I don't get this. I don't get this. Somebody need to explain that one to me. Why 7 times?
Hey.
I gotta say
after our NFL kicker that kicked 6 field goals, he got tested the next game too.
Yeah, but that's my whole thing. I'm like, yo, you don't think these people can do what they do without using steroids? Come on now. To me, I think that's a slap in the face. I really do. I really do think that's a slap in the face. I think that's a slap in the face. And I mean, like Serena, they was drug testing her right as she had her baby. I'm like, yo, now it's kind of weird though. I didn't see them. I don't know if they drug tested Jason Tatum when he scored 51. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I don't understand why the NFL does what it does. I mean, why the NBA and the NFL does what it does when it comes to drug testing people. And to me, I think, I'm being honest with you. If I'm the player, I'm like, yo, if you get drug tested one more time and it comes back negative, I'm suing you for defamation of character, because now you're thinking that I'm doing something wrong and I'm not doing anything wrong. You know, that's like the punter that he put an 81-yard punt, and then there's somebody else that somebody else that had to take some tests. I just don't make no sense to me, none whatsoever. So what we got? We got about 15 minutes left. So let me go ahead and knock off LeBron here. I'm gonna get on Akeem Olajuwon. On Embiid. So Embiid throws shade at Akeem Olajuwon. And the only thing Akeem Olajuwon was saying, he's like, yo, dude, stop being so hesitant in the paint. Be great in the paint. He comes back with something about, I don't need to hear nothing from you. And let me see if I can find it real quick. But my thing is, how you gonna diss one of the best post players the NBA has ever seen? One of the best international players the NBA has ever seen. One of the only players that won back-to-back NBA titles, and I can't find the doggone paper. But anyway, he tried to throw shade on Akeem Olajuwon. And I'm telling you right now, if Akeem Olajuwon will play against Embiid, he would tear him, slice him up, put him in a shredder, and reshred him again. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like what he said to him. I didn't like it at all. And that's to me, that's very disrespectful for you to say that about a player of his caliber who took Shaquille O'Neal and put him on skates in the NBA Finals. Put him on skates underneath the basket. Shaquille O'Neal said, I bet I've never been so much embarrassed in my life. He was one of the best international players to play the game of basketball. One of the best small centers that played the game. Oh, here it is. I got it. It was something else. So this is what he says. This is what Embiid responds to criticism from Akeem Olajuwon. Philadelphia center Joel Embiid isn't interested in hearing advice or criticism from the NBA great. You heard me say NBA great. That includes a Hall of Famer, Akeem Olajuwon. Olajuwon told Sports Illustrated Chris Ballard early this week that he loves Embiid's game, but he doesn't understand his hesitation in the paint. He questioned why the 7-foot, 280-pounder Embiid is more apt to selling for 3 shots over taking his chances inside. He got all the moves, but leveraging moves is different. Why would he be shooting threes? Olajuwon questioned. He has an advantage every night, and if he has advantage, I'm going to wear you out. Olajuwon feels that launching up 3-point shots is selling and giving up the advantage. That's selling when I'm tired. That's selling when I'm tired. I settle. You don't settle when you're tired. When you're trying to win, you don't start the game selling. And Beebe took exception to Hakeem Olajuwon criticism and went as far as to question his basketball IQ. Legend or not, Embiid feels his previous generation players are out-touched was currently reality. From the time Doc Rivers got there, the first thing he told me was that I needed to figure out where I want the ball. Obviously, before it was in the post. But like I mentioned in the past, posting up and posting all game long is easy double. And Beep said, it's funny when you got the old guys always talking about posting up, you need to spend time in the paint and all that stuff. You can't win this way anymore. It's not the freaking 80s, 90s, or 80s like it used to be. So they must not have any basketball IQ. The game of basketball has revolved, and Embiid's style change has paid off. He won the NBA scoring title last year, and second only to Luka for the honor of the season. So I'm gonna say this to Embiid: when Hakeem Olajuwon was in the game, he could shoot the tweener. He could probably shoot the three if he had to, but he was in the paint getting 3-pointers that way. And Embiid, you're not the best 3-point shooter. You can shoot them when you're wide open, but when somebody's on you, guarding you, you can't shoot them. Hakeem Olajuwon just asked the question, why are you so hesitant in the paint? He didn't say nothing that nobody else on this panel would think not to say to you, because I would say the same thing to you. And Embiid, why you don't get in the paint? Why can't you be a triple? Why can't you be a double threat in the paint and shoot 3-pointers too? Why? The reason why you're hesitant being in the paint is because you're soft. You're injury prone. If somebody steps on your pinky, you're gonna be out a couple of games. You know what I'm saying? Because you really have never took care of your body like you're supposed to. Hakeem Olajuwon took care of his body. That's why he could get in the paint. That's why he didn't worry about the doubles that was on him, because he could shake and bake and put you on skates. And he'll fake you that way and go left. He'll fake you that way, go right. Then he'll fake you. And dude, he even did the Dirk Nowitzki before Dirk Nowitzki did the Dirk Nowitzki with the one leg up jump shot. He did that before Dirk did. But Hakeem Olajuwon, what you need to do is go back and watch the film. Go back and watch Hakeem Olajuwon do what he do, how he did, what he did. Back-to-back NBA titles. Only thing that was missing from Hakeem Olajuwon that I wanted to see Hakeem Olajuwon play against Michael Jordan in the finals. That's what I wanted to see. Because you know what? Whoever the center they had, Purdue, Cartwright, or Robert Parrish, or whoever they had during that time period, he would have ate them alive. He would have ate them alive. That would have been a show to see. I wanted that so bad. I wanted to see that. But you know what? The Knicks ended up playing them one year, and I forgot who played them the other year, but they went back-to-back. They never got back to the finals, and they added Charles Brown, Charles Barkley, then they added Scottie Pippen, and they added all these other players and didn't get nowhere. And that's the only finals I really want to see. Mo got something to say. Go ahead, Mo. Speak on it.
No, I was just going to say, he played Shaquille, and then he played Patrick Ewing, right?
You're right. Absolutely right. That's who it was. Orlando, and he played the Knicks. New York Knicks. And at the same time they played the New York Knicks, Patrick Ewing has a chance to win the game. And at 7 feet tall, he does a finger roll and misses. Why he never dunked the basketball is beyond me, because New York might have won a title that year. But again, Hakeem Olajuwon is one of the best centers to play the game of basketball. One of the best small centers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Hakeem Olajuwon might have been 6'9", 6'10" when he put sneakers on. I don't think he was. I know he was nowhere close to being 7 foot. But the dude put you on skates in the paint. He put you on skates in the paint. And if you go back and look at his film and learn his footwork, you would be dynamite. You could get Philly a championship if you just would do that. I'm not saying not to shoot no more threes, brother. But what I'm saying to you is, when a dude is trying to give you some advice, don't criticize him for being who he is. Just because he's from the old school don't mean that what he did was wrong, because at the end of the day, I'm taking an and one over 3 any day when it comes to a big man shooting it. Unless you're Dirk or Joker, yeah, I'm not giving. I'm going in the paint and get that 3. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I had to say about the Hakeem Olajuwon thing. Next up, man, is why are there so many doggone trade rumors going on in the NBA? We got this person going that place. We got that person going this place. You going this person going that. You got this person going that. You got this person going that. But I want to talk about the Dallas Mavericks real quick. I'm gonna do my load management next week, because that is going to be a topic that I want all of us to be involved in. How we can make the NBA is talking about load management. They're talking about extending the season, starting the season earlier. They're talking about extending the season. They're talking about taking away games, adding games, whatever. When it comes to the NBA, they're not going to take away no games, because the owners want that money. They need that money. They want that money. But I'm going to say this to the Dallas Mavericks owner. Get Luka some help. Get him some help. You had some help there and you let him walk. So now they're saying Luka said this and Luka said that. Now they come back saying, nah, Luka didn't say anything. Dallas Mavericks, you need help. You need some help, Dallas Mavericks. Let me tell you why you need some help. I'm going to tell you exactly why you need help. Because, first of all, you had Brunson there. And you didn't fight to keep Brunson there at all. You just let him walk to New York, the first thing smoking. That's what you did. And now you're suffering behind that, because you didn't want to sign this man to a long-term contract. And you had a chance to do it during the season. You did not do it. Dallas Mavericks, you need help. You know why, Dallas Mavericks, you need help? Because you're 25-23. 3 games, you're 2 games above 500. You're in the playoffs, but man, you're 25-23. You're 8-15 on the road. You're 3-7 in the last 10. 3-7 in the last 10 games. And now Luka is getting tired. He said, I need some help. Can I have some help, please? But who are you going to bring there? Because you had somebody there, and now he's not there. I don't understand this at all. Dana, Mo, can you help me out with this one? What's going on that you're not bringing in Luka, no help there? If I'm them, if I'm them kicking the tires on Kyrie Irving. If I'm Dallas Mavericks, I'm kicking the tires on Kyrie Irving. I'm going to tell him like, what can we get for Kyrie Irving? What you want for Kyrie? We got draft picks. We got a couple players. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking the tires on Van Vliet. I'm kicking the tires on Van Vliet up in Toronto, because I think he's probably on his way to being traded as well. I'm kicking my tires on any point guard out there that I can kick my tires on, to see if we can make a deal to be a better team than what we are right now. Because I'm telling you right now, the way this team's set up, they can't keep playing defense like they played in the NBA Finals, Game 7 in the semifinals. They can't do it because they're not built like that. But I just don't understand how they don't have a plan going forward with Luka to bring some help in there for him. Dana, you said to trade him to the Lakers. What the Lakers got that Dallas want?
One of those draft picks.
Not Mo. Give me who you think can go there and help Dallas?
They need a quarterback. Okay, I'll mess it. All right, so the Mavs. Maybe they need to change. Maybe they need to trade. Maybe Dak need to play basketball. Maybe that's what it is. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Christian Wood, I think, is a good fit. And they have him already. I don't know why he doesn't start. I think Steph Curry, not Steph. But Seth Curry. Seth Curry would be good. He needs shooters around him. That's what he needs. That's why they brought in Bullock. That's why they brought in Hardaway, and Hardaway's been there forever. They need shooters. They need. I don't know. Like they should have got Gallo before he got hurt with us. They need shooters. That's what he needs around him. Shooters, 3 and D guys, and it feels like the Clippers got them all. So that's what they need. They need to make a trade with the Clippers.
You know, John Wall, they said he's up for trade. They said John Wall's up for trade. But what do you want? What are you going to get for John Wall? And I mean, the thing about it is, if you send John Wall to Dallas, now they got a point guard who's going to do the right things because now he's long in the tooth and he's trying to get to the NBA Finals. Will he get? Could he get there with the Clippers? Yeah, but he's not going to be a significant player with them as the two guys that they have there already right now with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. So I think that would be a good spot for John Wall, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I really do. I think John Wall would be John Wall. I would kick ties on John Wall, Van Vliet. I would even go as far as bringing in what's the boy down in Miami that was at Toronto? The point guard down there. What's his name?
Kyle Lowry.
Yup. Because he's not a shoot first guy. He's not a shoot first point guard either. He's more of at this time he's more of a facilitator than he is a point guard. I mean, as far as the shooter is concerned. So I think you're gonna see Dallas make some. I think you're gonna see Dallas make some moves off season. But I'm telling you, man, if you guys go out there and just look at the trades, it's out there. It's so many trades rumors in the NBA. I've never seen so many trade rumors. Go ahead, Mo.
John Collins. He might actually be a good fit.
He might actually be a good fit.
Yeah.
For Atlanta. They got Christian Woods.
But I'm saying Christian Wood plays center.
Usually.
Yeah, John Collins is center. Was he a forward? Is he a power forward?
He's a power forward.
So put him next to.
And he can shoot threes.
He can shoot threes. And he was actually doing
41% from
41% from 3.
Yeah. So let me look at Dallas's So Dallas got Dorian Finney-Smith as starting power forward. Christian Wood's out, so Dwight Powell might be the starter.
Dwight Powell's always starting.
No, they had Christian Wood starting at first. Yeah. All right, so that's something we can address next time. But I'm gonna talk about the low. Dana, Mo. Next week we're gonna talk about the load management thing and how we can fix it for the NBA because this is getting on my nerves. You know, you had the Golden State Warriors play in Cleveland, and you sat most of your players. Now you got fans. I heard a guy on the radio say he's a Warrior fan. He went to Cleveland. He didn't realize that they wasn't playing until he walked in the stadium. He spent over $1,000 in tickets. And none of them guys played. He was pissed. So let's mold that around a little bit. All right, guys, that's the show for tonight. Again, check us out on Try 99 TV. Subscribe for $4.95. Next week, all our shows except for one, I think, should be on TV. Check us out again. And if you want to advertise, go ahead, Mo.
42 games. He's only started 17. Dwight Powell's been starting.
They got him but in the lineup, they got him as the starter right now when he's out. So
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
25 games he hasn't started. He
Wow.
might actually win 6 Man of the Year.
Over Malcolm Brogdon. That's all I'm saying.
Who's that? Christian Wood? You talking about Christian Wood?
Yep.
He's hurt now, so I don't know. They say he's gonna be out for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what he's out for, but I know he's out. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for tonight. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed our take. What we talk about next week. We're going to be talking about load management. I try to do a little snippet of what we talked about today on Facebook, but I had some problems yesterday. I kept saving the show and it wouldn't show on Facebook for some reason. I got it fixed through StreamYard. Had a lot of problems with that, but it is what it is. Again, if you want to do what we do, just get in contact with me. Dana, how where are we at with your show, Dana? What we doing? We're waiting on.
It's coming. I'm waiting for my stuff to come.
Okay. So
I'm waiting for my equipment to come.
Okay, so Dana gonna have a show. We got Tamara's coming on. We got somebody else. I gotta talk to a guy who was here with us shortly. Got his own podcast. See if we can bring him along as well. So we're doing some exciting things here at the End Zone Sports Talk Radio. Again, we want to thank you guys for listening to us. Enjoy us on Facebook. Like us on make sure you go out and like us on Twitter. Twitter and YouTube, so we can get some followers on YouTube and have some fun with that. Again, you guys enjoy yourself, have a good time. We got our picks up on the board, and let's see what happens this weekend. So where we at here? So let's go ahead and hit this.
Thank you for listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show. You have been entertained in the sports world by K Diggs from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with a large heart. Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida. G-Dub from Austin, Texas. And Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. Remember, we throw stones and we do live in glass houses. Big time players make big time plays and big time games. Stay ready, be ready. You have been listening to an In the Zone Sports Talk Radio production. Remember, you can hear us again on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to download the Try99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Thank you for listening to the Just Us Sports Talk